As many of you know, Darius Slay, NFL cornerback, was claimed off waivers by the Buffalo Bills yesterday, according to an Adam Schefter report. Now, a new report suggests that things are taking a shocking turn as Slay may be forcing his way out of Buffalo to go to another NFL team. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bills Digest. Josh Schreiber here, and we've got some more unfortunate news here as I know I got you guys all excited yesterday about a possible Darius Slay signing to the Buffalo Bills mid-season, bringing some juice to the secondary, bringing some veteran leadership to the secondary that has been good this year, but certainly could have used a little bit of a veteran boost. Well, it's looking like that is not going to happen, and I'm going to tell you why that is and what all the news is and the chaos surrounding these Darius Slay sweepstakes in this video. Before we get into it, though, a reminder to hit that subscribe button. We are well over 1,700 subscribers now. We are trying to get to 1,800 subscribers by the end of by the time we get to the Patriots game, I should say, in week 15, because we are in a race with Patriots Digest. We want to have more subscribers than them. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get into some of this very confusing news that we have with the Buffalo Bills, and that is this breaking news coming from Adam Schefter just minutes ago. Veteran cornerback Darius Slay, who the Buffalo Bills claimed on waivers Thursday, is unsure if he wants to continue playing and will not be reporting to Buffalo. Now, this was something that we thought was a possibility. We thought Darius Slay may just refuse to play for the Bills because his former team, the team he won the Super Bowl with, the Philadelphia Eagles, also submitted a claim for Slay, but the Bills had priority. Slay is forced to either, sign with the Bills or retire, I believe. I have to do a little bit more research on what his options here are, but they had priority to Darius Slay. The Eagles cannot sign him unless the Bills allow it. And Darius Slay responded by saying, I'm not going to go to Buffalo. And here was the full quote from his agent, Drew Rosenhaus. Slay is honored that a first-class organization like the Bills claimed him, but he's going to take some time away from football right now and decide in the next few days if he wants to keep playing. So he does have a few days to figure these things out, but this is a little bit concerning for the Buffalo Bills, who certainly wanted to jump on the opportunities to sign a guy like Slay, who has not found success with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But we know that he's certainly still a capable player at corner. He has shown some real promise, especially last season in their Super Bowl run. That was the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl run. And this just feels like a way for Drew Rosenhaus and Darius Slay to force their hand and allow Slay to sign as a free agent wherever he wants, meaning he would sign with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, aside from this being, screwing over the Buffalo Bills, this pisses me off because I particularly hate the Philadelphia Eagles. I cannot stand the way they run their organization. I cannot stand the cockiness and the ways that they go about their business. Nick Sirianni pisses me off to no degree. And the fact that they're potentially, most likely going to be stealing a guy that the Bills should have been able to sign just because Drew Rosenhaus has power and influence in the game is, quite frankly, very annoying. I get it from Darius Slay's perspective. It is his career. He has his family that he wants to be around, and I understand that. So there is that aspect to it. But the way I view it, he clearly was chasing a bag in the offseason. He wanted the most money possible. The Eagles were not able to give it to him, so he signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now that he's been released, in which he asked for his release, basically, from the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think the plan all along was to just re-sign with the Eagles. That has backfired as of now, although he's probably going to be able to get out of it. to me, it's lazy. If you wanted to sign with the Philadelphia Eagles so bad, you should have just signed with them in the offseason. Don't go through these hula hoops. Don't put the Bills in a bad position, because that is what Darius Slay just did. He put the Bills in a very bad position because they had to release their depth corner, Jamarcus Ingram, in order to claim Darius Slay. Now, I don't know if this release would get, whatever it is, adjusted, or they are able to void the release of Jamarcus Ingram, because if now he ends up being claimed by somebody, the Bills get screwed out of a corner because they thought they were getting Darius Slay. They don't get him anymore. So in my opinion, the NFL needs to make that right, and Jamarcus Ingram at the very least needs to be sent back to Buffalo if he does get claimed. But this is one of the power tactics that Drew Rosenhaus, their agent, the agent of Darius Slay, can use. And he is essentially the kingpin of NFL agencies. He is the Scott Boras in the MLB of the NFL. He is, the Maverick Carter of the NFL. Whatever comparison you want to make, that is who Drew Rosenhaus is. And this is a tweet that I want to bring attention to. Anthony DiBona, he said, Darius Slay and Rosenhaus are essentially forcing his way to the Eagles by threatening retirement as he contemplates his future, which I've never heard a bigger BS sentiment ever. Obviously, Rosenhaus and Slay know that the Bills aren't falling for it. He's not actually contemplating retirement, but he doesn't want to play for the Bills. He wants to play for the Eagles. The Bills don't technically have to comply with anything that Slay or Rosenhaus want. They could force his hand, tell him that he has to retire. They could say, you can't play for another NFL team if you don't play for us. However, that gets tricky when you're dealing with a powerful agent, because then you run the risk of being blackballed by future free agents. Drew Rosenhaus can say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with you anymore. I'm not sending any of my clients to the Buffalo Bills from now on if you don't let this happen. So knowing how the Bills operate, they are probably going to grant Darius Slay his free agency. They're going to allow him to sign with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's probably the smart move for their organization, but certainly a very frustrating one, because obviously they don't want to just give the Eagles Darius Slay for free. This news has led fans to joke about, Buffalo Bills fans to joke about Slay's tenure with the Bills. Greg Thompson saying Darius Slay is the Anquan Bolden of J.D. McKissick. So J.D. McKissick, as you guys may remember, was supposed to sign with the Buffalo Bills in free agency a couple of years ago, ended up backing out of that and signing with the Commanders for less money instead. Just didn't want to go to Buffalo. Kind of ridiculous, but whatever. And Anquan Bolden, another guy that didn't want to go to Buffalo. Some other comps we got were Vontae Davis, a guy who retired mid-game from the Buffalo Bills. So certainly similar comps there. And another one, and if I can find it, but heck of a career of Darius Slay in Buffalo. Do the right thing, Terry, and honor the man. Making jokes at a Wall of Fame appearance for Darius Slay, who never actually suited up for the Buffalo Bills. So certainly disappointing news, as Darius Slay is not going to be a Buffalo Bill, the shortest tenure as a Buffalo Bill ever, certainly tied with it. So let me know what you guys think about this. I'm certainly disappointed myself. Happy to have everyone coping in the comments with me, but like this video, subscribe, send it to a friend, and go Bills, screw the Eagles, screw Darius Slay.